Everyone, I'm gonna start recording this Zoom. Just letting you guys know, starting now. Okay. Okay, good morning once again. This recorded presentation will be posted on our YouTube channel. My name is Jessie He, and I'll be your host for today. Welcome to the Civic Programs Stress Management. Today presenter, we have Fran Conway. She's a registered nurse and a registered yoga teacher. She'll be guiding us in some gentle chair and standing yoga poses, incorporating breath work with physical movements and through short meditation to align body, mind, and spirit. All right, Fran, you take the spotlight whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you so much, Jessie. Hi, everybody. Good morning, and so happy to have you all here with me today. So come to sit in your chair. We're going to talk a little bit about posture. So we're going to talk about it when we stand and when we're seating. So many of us are rounding, and this is because of modern life. It's just, we're all doing this and we're rounding, and gravity takes us down. So we want to, if there's one takeaway from today, let it be this. Let it be being more mindful to your posture. So whether you're seated or standing, think about your posture, especially as we go forward. I even think that the height should be included as a vital sign, like just as important as your blood pressure, your pulse, and all that other stuff. So let's be committed to being upright and front our heart facing to the world, which is really a nice way to go through life. So feel your feet on the floor, ground down through those feet. And then from there, feel your sitting bones in the chair, those two heavy bones. And you can put your fingers underneath there. And they are heavy. It might hurt a little bit. It's not going to be terrible. But I want you to just have that body feedback of where those bones are. So your fingers are right underneath the bones. Now, when you lean forward and arch your lower back and just broaden your chest a little bit, your bones are going to move. Your fingers didn't move, but your bones move behind you. And then come back to be right aligned with the bones and fingers. And now slump in your chair. And you notice the bones went in front of you. So it's really important. Now come back to be on the bones and then just rock back and forth. I can't stress enough how the position of the pelvis is so important to posture. So when your sitting bones are right on top of your fingers, that's a neutral pelvis. That's where you want your pelvis to be. You don't want it to be in one extreme or another. But this is a good exercise to do. So now you can take your hands out, put them in the middle of your thighs. And the reason I like the middle of the thighs is because when the hands are down too far down on my knees, you can see my shoulders are rounding. When I bring my hands all the way up towards my hips, I'm overcorrecting. And again, now the hands right in the middle of the thighs gives me this equanimity between the front and back of the body, so that this is not shorter than this. In this case, my back body is longer. In this case, my front body is wider, right? So we want to have equal, just to be equal. Equanimity is a good thing. So let's go back and forth now with your hands on them in the middle of your thighs. Slide the hands up to the hip creases as you inhale, opening and broadening the chest. And then exhale, slide the hands down by your knees, just as you round a little bit. Inhale, bring the hands up. This is called cat and cow in yoga. We do this on the floor a lot, but you can do it seated and you can do it lying down. And you can do it standing too. So up, this is a good thing to do if you're in bed. You can do pelvic tilts in bed. So it's really about the pelvic tilting, and then you can see how the shoulders are involved. So important in our posture. And then stay in the middle. And then right in the middle of these two structures is our spine. And we want to have the crown of the head, the crown, not the back, the crown of the head to be situated right between your shoulders. So it's not here, because then that's the back of my head. And now I'm leaning forward, putting weight on my head, putting weight on my shoulders and my upper thoracic, which is really not a good way to, it's not good for health, it's not good for your lungs, it's not good for your abdominal organs. So you want to think about the crown of the head floating between your shoulders. Another good cue is think about your palate, your upper palate to be right over your spine. That's a really good cue. Upper palate over. You really have to think about that, right? Okay, now bring your hands to your rib cage and just start to feel in between the ribs and the intercostal muscles, and just start to notice like what that feels like. We go through life, we don't even think about these things. And then bring your fingertips or your thumbs like right underneath your armpits. So the intercostal muscles are so important. They allow the ribs to move out and expand on inhale, and then to contract on the exhale, allowing the breath to leave the body. Think about your thumbs lifting up your armpit. So you want to create space in the dome of the armpit, because if we're tight like this, then that's not allowing our body to move freely, and it's cutting us off. So you want space to move. So just sit here for a second, close your eyes, extend the spine so your chin is parallel to the floor and the crown of the head is reaching up and the feet are going down of the earth. And just check in with yourself. Bring one hand to your abdomen, one hand to your heart. Check in with how you feel right now. Doesn't matter what it is. It's okay. We're not judging it. You don't judge it. No, you're just checking in. You're checking in. It's a witness practice. And then bring both hands to your abdomen, to your lower abdomen. And on the inhale, feel the belly rise out. And on the exhale, feel the belly gently contract back. Not a hard thing. Inhale, the belly rounds out. We've been taught not to do that, especially women. Exhale, feel it gently coming back. This is a great exercise, and you want to do it with your spine long because that's the breath. The direction of energy goes up and down. Here, it's a little crooked. So great little exercise to do if you are feeling unsettled, if you're feeling anxious. Stop what you're doing, put your feet on the floor, your sitting bones in a chair, hands on your belly, and feel that breath going in and out, slowing down the breath. It's a great way to combat anxiety. Just a few more times. Okay. Now, from here, take the arms down by your side, palms up to the ceiling. Inhale up and exhale, lower down, palms down. Inhale, palms out, reaching up, but keep the sitting bones really grounded to the chair, and your neck and your shoulders are relaxed. So we're not like, you're relaxed. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more times like that. Inhale, arms up, exhale down, nice and easy. So we're getting some good shoulder range of movement here. Inhale up, arms down. Now this time, take the arms up, stay up, feel the side body getting taller, releasing heat from the ribs. Inhale, exhale, swing your arms over to the left side. So it's opposite of me. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, swing them over to the right. Feel your neck involved with this. Inhale up to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale up to the center. Exhale to the right. Okay, little change coming up. Inhale up to the center, long. Exhale over to the left. Now stay here. Let your hands go wherever they go. That's all right. They're just on the left side of your body. Think about everything you see in your line of vision as you start to turn your head, keeping your spine tall, towards the right. So you're looking at things that you probably see every day, and we don't even realize we're looking at them. Just bring a little mindfulness into our yoga practice. Now, same idea, bring that mindfulness like, oh my God, look at that tree. Oh, look at that fur ball or that dust ball. And then turn the head back to the left And now let's sweep up the left arm. Your right hand is holding on to the left thigh. So it's a little bit of a bind here. So you're holding on to that left thigh. Inhale up and exhale, extend your torso over to the right. So opposite of me, over to the right. Keep holding on to the left thigh. Inhale up and exhale, bring your left arm in front of your right, your left elbow on top of your right, and give yourself a big giant hug. See if you can even feel your shoulder blades. I was going to say sitting bones. That wouldn't be good. Shoulder blades. And now inhale, pretend you're taking off a really tight sweatshirt and you got to get it off and you got to bring it back and bring the arms down. Okay, let's do a few shoulder rolls here. Inhale, up, back, down, and around. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. We'll do the other side in a minute. Look straight ahead. Inhale, chin parallel. Think about all the elements now that we brought in that we talked about already for our seated position. Look straight ahead. Exhale, chin goes down to the chest. Inhale, up. So we're not bringing the head up. It's just neutral. Exhale, chin goes down. Inhale up. Exhale down, stay down. Now, bring your hands back to your neck. Give yourself a little rub. It feels so good to just let those neck muscles stretch out a little bit. And this is really self-care. Guys, this is self-care at its finest. And then let that go, hands come to the lap, and then you come back up. Inhale, take the arms out and up, and exhale, sweep over to the right. Notice where your head, how far your neck can turn. Don't yank it, don't go beyond what you can do, but just notice. Inhale up, exhale over to the left. Inhale up, so we're getting some good twisting and good lifting over to the right. One more time here, up and over to the left. And now up, change is coming over to the right. Keep the hands here. And now start to notice. Just look at things like it's the first time you've ever seen them in your life as you turn your head over to the left. And even as you have your head over to the left like here, see, there's going to be a point where you can't turn your head anymore, as it should be. Can you just make your eyes go a little bit further, though? Interesting. If you can't, you can't. Now, look at everything that you see as you come back over to the right, staying tall. Left hand is on right thigh. Sweep the right arm up. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, extend your torso to the left, opposite me. Feel that long line of energy on the right side of the body, those intercostal muscles that we were just feeling under the armpit. All the lymphatics are getting involved here. Inhale up, back up, and now right elbow in front of left. Give yourself a giant bear hug, like the person that you're going to hug the most when you see, since you haven't seen them since lockdown, like you're going to give them the biggest hug. And then you got to take off a really tight sweatshirt, and you got to get the elbows and the shoulders involved. Good. Great. And then let's do a few more shoulder rolls and a few more head stuff, and then we'll come to stand. So looking straight ahead again, inhale, and on the exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. So good for those neck muscles. Inhale, center, move to the right, come center, exhale, left, and then come back to center. We get so tense in our neck and we don't even realize it. That's why doing this, like, so squeeze the shoulders up and then slowly let them down. Let's do that 3 more times. Squeeze them up, slowly let them down. Come up on the inhale, slowly let them down. One more time, bring them up and slowly let them down. I often find that I need to know, because I might be walking around like this and I don't even know it. So I have to know, oh my God, I am tense. How am I going to get out of that? So this is where a lot of us hold our attention and anxiety and our worries, you know. What do they say? The weight of the world on your shoulders, right? That's where we can bring a lot of our attention to. All right, so now I'm going to move my chair back so you can see this. So we're going to do, this is a really interesting exercise. So I want you to watch me first, okay? Because maybe you might not be able to do this. I don't know. I only know 2 people, I think, on this. So I'm going to bring it down like this. Okay. So I'm going to show you this great, it's a little bit of a cardiovascular, cardiopulmonary thing, and it's great for your quadriceps, and it's a great overall exercise. So I'm going to sit at the edge of the chair, feet planted on the floor, and I've got my seated position posture going on. I got my spine lifting up. So just watch me first. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. My nose looks at my toes. I'm not dropping my head. My neck is staying in alignment. And then inhale, I come to stand with my arms up over my head. And then exhale, you haven't moved your feet. Take your buttocks back and come back down to sit in the chair. So you don't want to move your feet because I don't want to see anybody fall. All right, so we're going to do that about 3 times. All right, so sit it more at the edge of the chair, feet grounded. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, lean forward from the hip crease and just look at your toes. So you're not rounding your back, you're just looking at your toes. Now, inhale, sweep the arms forward, come to stand, get nice and tall. And exhale, sweep the arms back, hips go back, knees bend, and you sit down. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come forward, look at your toes, or nose looks at toes. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, come to stand, strong legs. Exhale, arms go back, hips go back, knees bend, and you come to sit. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back, nose over toes. Inhale, sweep forward. And exhale, bend the knees, hips back, arms back, come to sit. So you might notice you have to use your abdominal muscles to come into, you know, because I plop too. I can't make it I can't come down with that much control. Keep trying, but you got to recruit your abdominal muscles to do that. Okay, so now we'll do it once again, and then we're going to stay up. Inhale, arms up. Feel that length in the side body. Exhale, look at your toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, stand up, stay here, get tall. Think about getting tall, and exhale, bring your arms down. And now just stand for a second. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your abdomen, and just check in. Just check in. This is such a great thing to do. Just check in with yourself, with your own divinity. Okay. And then now we're going to talk about standing posture, and then we'll do some other things. So posture, you know, we all want to know what it is and how to achieve it and what is it. So the first thing you want to do is look down at your feet, and they should be parallel to each other. They should be about fist distance apart, maybe a little bit more, but they're not like, you know, they're not out in Canarsie. They are, you know, right in your home, right there. So you don't have to always measure, but you kind of have an idea what's a fist distance apart. So now from there, come onto your heels a little bit. And then notice, did you come back? Now lower the toes down and notice if you came forward. We're all doing this, myself included. So come back on the heels. Notice how the legs get strong too, how that you activate your thigh muscles. Come forward. Come back on the heels and come forward. Now come back on the heels, lift the toes up. Consciously lift the toes up. Notice how your legs are strong, your thighs are strong. Now lower your pinky toes, your ring toes, the middle toes. It's hard to do, it's weird. Your index toes and the big toe. Can you lower the toes and yet keep that focus on the heels as well? Because oftentimes we lose the focus of the heels. Now from there, the legs are strong If you're pressing into your heels, your legs are strong. Side body, right? So we're going to talk about where we were before with the hips, right? So if you do this, stick out your butt, which would I do, that's going to cause some problems later on down the line. So you want to think about lengthening your tailbone, but not to the other degree. So there's always spectrums, right? You swing from the pendulum from one end to the other. So we want to have a neutral spine. So think about your tailbone going down. So in this case, with my tailbone is going up. In this case, it's tucking. We want it to go just down. You want to have a neutral spine. It's so important for our health and the spinal health. And then from there, the side body, just like we did before, bring the thumbs underneath, get a lift here, and then bring your arms down by your side. Open the palms up like that. And then your chin is parallel and the crown of the head reaches up to the heavens. And just take a few moments here. If you can, if you have balance issues, don't do this. But if you can, close your eyes. Where are your feet? Where are your legs? Where's your pelvis? Side body, arms, underarms. Is your chin parallel to the floor? Not too high, not too low. Crown of the head reaches up. Think about grounding down, but rising up. That's what this time of year is all about. Good. This is called mountain pose, Tadasana. This is the foundation pose of everything that we do. Now, this is something that I say, practice this while you're waiting for the elevator, while you're waiting for the light, while you're waiting in the supermarket. Practice this. It'll start to infiltrate your life. You just bring it back to the heels and you'll start to notice that you're standing up much, much better. Okay. Now from here, we're going to inhale, take the arms out and up. Take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. So remember, I'm opposite to you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extend your torso over to the left. Think about lifting up and out. So you're getting this long line of energy on the right side. Come back up, switch the hand placement. The legs are strong. Inhale and exhale, extend over to the right. Not collapsing, you're extending up. Inhale up, let go of the hands, bend your knees and bring your hips back. So what is this pose? This is exactly what we did when we were sitting in the chair, when we did that dynamic up and down from the chair. This is chair pose. There really is such a thing. So look down at your toes. Can you see your toes? Because you want to. And that means I have to come on my heels a little bit more sometimes. This is great for your legs. It's great if you have swelling in the legs. It is so good to build up strength. Now from here, we're going to inhale. We're going to make this dynamic. Inhale, and then exhale, sweep your hands behind the small of your back, and you're just going to look at the floor. You're not rounding down. You're just looking at the floor. And now inhale, come up. Exhale, come back down. I call this skier pose. It's like a skier. I've never skied, but I think this is what it looks like. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, back down to ski. Your nose is looking at your toes. Inhale up, strong, strong legs. One more time, back down to ski. And now inhale up. And then let's all come into mountain pose. Bring one hand to your abdomen, one hand to your heart, and pause. Notice the strength that you've just exhibited, and then the subsequent blood flow that's rushing through your muscles right now, your life force. Okay, back to mountain pose. And again, you start to do your own inventory. Where are my feet? And, it's your body, you can't go too wrong. Where are my feet? Where are my thighs? Where's my heels? Where's my pelvis? It's good to ask questions. That's an inventory. Side body lifts, chin parallel, Okay, this is mountain pose. Now inhale, bend the knees, arms out into a Y. We'll come back to chair. Now we'll do something different. Now let's come back to mountain, hands on the waist, lift your left knee up. If you fall out, no biggie. You just come back in, left knee comes up, and then inhale back to chair pose. Okay, find your balance. Inhale, exhale, come to mountain, lift the right knee up. Engage the abdomen. Come back to chair. Inhale, mountain, lift the left knee up. Come back to chair. Inhale, mountain, right knee up. Come back to chair. Okay, we're going to shake it up a little bit. Now, let's come to mountain, bring the left knee up. So now you got to balance, right? We got to balance. We're going to do a little hip shake. So you're going to get your knee out. You're going to make figure eights with your left knee. So it goes out, it goes in, it goes out. If you need something to hold on to, please do so. Okay, but what we're doing is we are building up our balance here, which is so important, especially as we get older. Now, keep the knee out and bring your left tiptoes to the floor. And the left heel comes to the right ankle. So you're just like a kickstand with a bike. Now you can stay here or you can slide the foot to the right calf. Just don't bring it to the knee. So find what's good for you. You're happy, I'm happy. Fix your gaze on something that's not moving. That's so important for balance. And then bring your hands in prayer. Fix your gaze. That's going to help you stay. And it's going to keep your mind steady. We're getting ready to meditate after a few more rounds of things that we're going to do. And this is one of the ways that we get the body ready to meditate. And you can see, I fall out. No biggie. You just come back. Inhale. And now exhale, you're going to shoot your left leg back behind you into a pretty big stance. And you come onto the ball of the left foot. So you're on the ball, which gives you this ability to be buoyant, right? Now we're going to bring the hands into goalpost. Now think about what's going on with the back heel. The back heel is shooting back. The front knee is shooting forward. So you have two lines of opposites. You want to keep that. That's going to provide support for the middle of the body, for the keystone in here, your pelvis, your pelvic floor. Arms come into key pose or to goalpost. Inhale, exhale, little gentle twist to the right, come back to center, and then a little twist to the left. Come back to center. Now go at your own pace. Keep the back leg straight. That's the most important thing. If that's hard to do, unbend the front knee a little bit. So we're just doing some twisting back and forth. And then now bring your hands onto your waist and now sweep the arms up. So again, now think about the back heel is reaching out behind you, but your right knee is going forward. Two opposite directions. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, exhale, back foot comes to meet the front. Hands to the heart and the abdomen and pause. Take a moment. Even close your eyes. Notice how things land. You know, how does this land in my body? We haven't been taught to do that. It's a nice practice. How does that feel? And then you can translate that, like when you're talking to somebody, let's say, and they ask you to do something that you don't want to do. And you can honestly say, you can check in with yourself and say, that doesn't feel right. And then you can say, nah, it just doesn't feel right. Like no is a complete sentence. So it's interesting how you can take your yoga off the mat. Okay, let's come back to mountain pose. Do your inventory. Feet, legs, pelvis, side body, underarms, shoulders, hands out to the side, chin parallel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into chair pose. Hips back, tailbone long. Inhale. Exhale, come to mountain. Lift up the right knee. Come back down into chair. Inhale. Exhale, lift up the left knee. Balance, right? Inhale to chair. Think about the heels. Think about the length of your lower back, not arching it. Inhale, come to mountain, lift up the right knee. Come back down into chair. And back to mountain, lift up the left knee. Now we'll switch it up. Inhale to chair. Think about your whole back elongating from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. And now let's come to mountain pose. Keep the right knee up. And now let's make figure eights with the right knee. So we're creating the movement here of the hip and of course the whole leg, but we're creating the lubrication, the synovial fluid in the hip and the hip socket. All right, and then we're getting ready now to balance. Now keep it out and take your left tiptoes to the floor and your right tiptoes to the floor, right heel to your left ankle. So kickstand. Kickstand, keep this leg straight. You can have a micro bend in it, or you can slide the right foot to the left calf, just not to the knee. Find what works for you, and then bring your hands in prayer. This is tree pose. Feel yourself like a deeply rooted tree, giving and receiving. Don't let that left hip shift out. You want to zip it up. Inhale. And now exhale, shoot your right leg back behind you, and you're on the ball of the right foot. So it gives you that ability to bounce. Okay. Hands come into go post, or arms come into go post. Actually, this time, you know what? Let's bring the hands behind our back. Interlace your fingers the weird way. So not the normal way, interlace them with the other hand, the other finger on top. And then think about your hands, bring your hands up off your buttocks a little bit. And we're just going to broaden through the chest. Front knee, left knee's going forward. Right heel is going back. Really tap into those opposite actions, creating stability. Opposite actions create stability. Inhale and exhale, let the arms go, bring them up. Front knee bends, back leg is straight. Inhale and exhale, hands to the waist, and bring the back foot up to meet the front. Pause. Where are you? How are you doing? What's the quality of your thoughts? Without any judgment, without any criticism. What is the quality? Good. Okay, now we're going to do some standing poses, warrior 1, warrior 2, and warrior 3. Those are, if you've done yoga before, I'm sure you know about them, but they're sort of like the mainstay. So warrior 1 is similar to what we just did. It's a cousin to what we just did. So come to mountain pose so you can see how mountain pose is going to be involved with all of these things. So you want to have that stability. You want to have that foundation to rise up out of, just like a flower has the foundation, the roots. This is our roots to rise up out of that, out of our strength, right? Now from here, hands on the waist, let's step the left leg back, but instead of coming on the ball of the foot, you're going to bring the whole foot to the floor. The left foot, the whole left foot is touching the floor. So it's like at a 30-degree angle, okay? So that's a 30-degree angle. You're not on the ball of the foot. The whole foot's on the floor. Okay, warrior 1. So some principles. The front knee is over the ankle, okay? So look at that. Make sure it's not going too far over your toes. You need to see your toes here. So it's over the ankle, and that front knee is in the same pathway as your second and third toes. That's going to keep it on track. And now let's bring the arms out and up. This is warrior one. Feel yourself like the open and spiritual warrior that you are. And breathe. Neck is soft, face is soft. Inhale and exhale, bring the hands down and step the back foot up to meet the front. Okay, inhale, exhale, step the right leg back and the right foot is on the floor in the same way. So it's at like a 30-degree. Your front knee is bent and it's over the ankle. That's super important, not beyond the toes. And it's in the direction of the second and third toe. Really commit to that back leg. It's very easy to do some of these poses and just, you know, you might look really good with your arms up, but I had my heel off the floor. So I'm not grounded. I don't have stability. I don't have strength from which to rise up out of. So that back foot really needs to be planted. So apropos for this time of year, planted. Now you got your stability. You got your back leg going one way, your front knee going the other. Now let's rise up. Rise up. You can look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Inhale and exhale. Step the back foot up to meet the front. And then to shake it up a little bit, we'll do some hula hoops just to release any tension. So just get in there, pretend you're doing a hula hoop. I need a hula hoop. I've been saying it for 2 years. I need to get a hula hoop. And then the other way, such good exercise for the whole body, really, because you got to do stuff with your arms with the hula hoop. I had one when I was a kid. All right, so that was warrior one. Now we're going to go to warrior two, which requires us to stand. I'm going to do it this way. You're going to stand. You got to come into a wide-legged pose for this, for warrior two. Actually, for this pose. So the legs are spread out, wide legs. So we're not in mountain pose in that plane. We got the legs out, but that still doesn't mean we still ground into the legs. Now, look down at your right foot and turn it to be at a 90-degree angle. So now it's facing straight. You see where my knee is? First, my knee was here, and then I turn my foot. Now my knee is here. So now I'm going to bend the knee. And it's very easy to lean forward in this. Don't let that happen. You want to commit to the back foot. That back foot is grounding you just as much as your front arm is going to lead you forward. Now, take the arms to be parallel to the floor and turn your head down your right fingertips. So the arms are parallel. This is great for building bone density and great for building groundedness. Again, you know, we live in a cuckoo world. So these standing poses, just like that breathing pose, these are so good for feeling of the earth, that you can stand in your place, that you can stand with your heart open. Inhale. This is warrior two. Exhale. Front knee is over the ankle in the direction of the second and third toe. Don't forget about your back leg. Inhale and exhale. Hands down to the waist. Turn the front foot and the right foot back to beginning. So we're all facing the front now. We're in a wide-legged pose and both legs are parallel. Now let's look down at the left foot and we're going to turn it out to the left. So you're going to turn it to a 90-degree, bend that front knee, the left knee. And again, I can feel myself already. I want to go this way. Not in this pose. I mean, another pose I could. My torso, my spine is over the pubic bone. So bring one hand to your pubic bone, that hard bone just below your bladder, and then bring your other hand to your sternum, your chest bone. Think about elongating in here. This is a beautiful cue to get taller. Now bring the arms out, parallel, and now look down your left fingertips. Commit to the back leg. Breathe. Feel how strong you are. This ability to hold poses, to be grounded, to rise up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Pivot the left foot back to center. And then let's heel, toe, the feet together. Okay. Pause for a second. And then this time, let's twist. Just do a few twists. We're going to twist again, like we did last summer, okay? That's a great exercise. Put on your chubby checker music and just go for it. I'm probably dating myself, but whatever. I love chubby. Okay, now, so that was warrior. We did warrior 1, we did warrior 2. Now I want to just go over, and those are strengthening poses. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time. Okay, I want to go over one more with the balancing pose. Balancing and posture. I said before, if there's one thing you can take away from me today, posture, the second thing will be balance, because balance is going to help you. If you do fall, you're going to fall perhaps with a little bit more grace, or you're going to be able to right yourself because you built up proprioception in your ankles, which is our ability to sense where we are in space. So we're going to go back to balance one more time. Okay, down. Come to mountain pose. Think about your posture from the feet up. Build it. Build up your foundation. Inhale, and on the exhale, take the left knee up. Keep it up. Turn it out. And now we're going to bring the left toes to the floor, left heel to the right ankle. Bring your hands in prayer. We're going to go over this one a little bit more. Now, there is a tendency to let the right hip just slide. You want to think about zipping up that right hip. Want to keep your mountain pose in alignment. Now, if you want to get a little bit more challenging, you can move the left foot to the right calf. Okay, have something nearby. Fix your gaze. It's going to give you such peace of mind. You're going to feel like you're really attuned when you just fix your gaze on something that's not moving. Now, your choice. You could stay here with your hands in prayer, or very slowly, you can bring your arms up. And again, relax the neck, relax your face. You're going to waver just like a tree does. That's okay. That's cool. Trees they got to move. They got to bend. That's why they're so strong. It's when we don't bend that we snap. Inhale. And that's a yoga in a nutshell. Exhale, hands in prayer. Bring it down. Stay here. I'm going to state one more thing. Now, in addition to this balance, the standing leg, in our case, the right leg, it's getting so much bone density building right now because it's the one holding us up. Those little osteoblasts are building bone as we're standing on them because we're challenging. Inhale, and now exhale. Bring the left foot down with control. Close your eyes, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Notice the blood and prana, your life force moving through that right leg. That's no joke. Let's do that little cue again. One hand on the pubic bone, one hand on the tip of your sternum. Lengthen. Lengthen. You can do this sitting. I do this on the train. I do this all the time because I always come out. I have to always go back and forth. I don't sit like that all the time. I fall out too. All right. Shake. Let's march it out. March it out. Release any tension. Let's do the old Jane Fonda thing. Knee up, arms over to the side. Knee up, arms over to the side. Okay. And then twist it out. I can still feel it. And then we're going to go over to the opposite side. Okay. Mountain pose. All right. Let's give 3 clicks with our fingers. 1, 2, 3. All right, hands down. Round down through the left leg, lift up the right. Notice how the abs get involved. Woohoo. And now let's take the knee out and get ready for your version of tree. You want your right toes to the floor, right ankle to the left? Fine. You want to slide the right foot to the left calf? Fine. Then fix your gaze, because if your gaze, I cannot do this without fixing my gaze, nor should I. And then we'll bring our hands in prayer. Left hip is zipped up. Go inside. Start to go inside. Where does your strength come from? Inside of you. Let's inhale as we take the arms up. Pinkies are facing each other. That way we get the arms open, little external rotation. Breathe. Visualize yourself as one of your favorite trees. They're so strong, they're such magnificent things. That's why yoga, all these poses are named after things in nature. So become that tree. Inhale, exhale, hands down, slide it down, glide it down. Think about that left hip now, all the bone density going on there. Inhale, exhale, rotate the right knee forward, bring the right leg down, close the eyes, and feel. Move, shake it out any way to release any tension. So important to get rid of that. Get your hands involved, shake out the wrist, go one way, go the other way, move the hips. Just move. Rub the wrists. And then you're just moving the legs as you're doing this. I do this while the kettle is boiling. I just move. I like to press back and stretch out my fingers. They can get very stiff. So you can see how I'm doing it. I take one hand and then I take the fingers one by one and stretch back on the base of the other hand. The fingers get so tight. It's crazy. And then open and close, and then release. All these little things are so good for all these muscle fibers going up and down. Okay, so let's come to sit. All right, hope everybody's doing okay. We're not done yet, but just checking in. Okay, so now we're going to do some exercises for our eyes. Who knew? So there's 6 ocular muscles in each eye, and this exercise will help that. And again, I hate to keep saying this, but as we get older, we want to think about the health of everything, our ears, our eyes, our teeth, right? Our teeth, that's a biggie. Okay, I don't know of any yoga exercises for the teeth, but maybe I can make up one. All right, so you're gonna look straight ahead of you, and you're gonna pretend that you see a clock right in front of you, but you're looking in the middle of the clock. You're looking right in the middle. Think about your posture. Hands right in the, it's so easy to forget, right? No, you want to sit like this, hands in the middle of the thighs. You're looking straight ahead in the middle of the clock. Inhale, lift your eyes up to 12. Exhale, bring your eyes down to 6. Inhale up to 12. Exhale down to 6. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Look in the middle. Close your eyes. Open the eyes again. Inhale, bring the eyes over to 9. Exhale over to 3. Go back and forth at your own pace. Now, the only thing that's moving are the eyes, not the head. And you just want to go. You don't even want to go to your edge. This should not hurt. It might feel weird, but it should not hurt. If it hurts, it means you might be going a little too far. You don't have to strain. You don't have to go beyond in yoga to reap the benefits. In fact, you never want to do that. Such a great lesson. All right, do one more sweep from 9 over to 3. Come back to the center, close the eyes. Open the eyes up to 12. And now we're going to go clockwise. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and so forth at your own pace, breathing naturally and rhythmically. Notice if you want to hold your breath or your breath gets shallow. And it's interesting because we're doing something that we probably never done before or don't do too often. So the body's like, oh, what's happening? Do one more circle, come back up, come back to center, close, one more, open, eyes up to 12, and now let's go counterclockwise. Staying away from the edge, but doing it. Easy does it, but do it. Next time you come to 12, come to center, close your eyes, bring your hands together and rub your hands super vigorously, like really get a lot of heat. Get it going. And then cup your hands to your eyes, breathe in the delicious darkness and heat. Breathe it into your own retinal nerves, up to your brain, up to your soul. And now take your fingers and start to make circles around the eye orbits. Self-care, my friends, go the other way. Just doing these little things is so helpful and just reminds us to be in our body. Now rub the cheekbones. This is our body. We come here with this body. It behooves us to take care of it. The chin, the cheeks, the nose, the neck. Self-care, we run around like chickens without heads and take care of this and that, but we forget to take care of yourself. Get into the ears, even the back of the ears. This is such a big deal in Chinese medicine. They've been around a lot longer than us. They know what's going on. So does Indian medicine. And then let's come back. Bring your hands back to the middle of the thighs. So we're coming back home again. We're coming back home, and now we're going to do a meditation. And the meditation, I'm going to lead you through it. So come to close your eyes. Notice your breath. And now bring your attention to your nostrils. Next time you take an inhale, notice that it's cool as you take that breath in from the atmosphere. Notice it. And then as you exhale, it's warm. Do that a few times just to notice. Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's warm. I mean, we breathe so many times a day and we don't notice. That's what I mean, like taking stock of the little things, the little things. And now the mantra is this, easy. In cool, you're just going to say it to yourself. Out warm. In cool. Out warm. And see if you can feel the sensation of coolness as it comes in. And see if you can feel the sensation of warmth as it goes out. And if you can't, act as if That's so important, the subtle body. So we're going to do that for like 3 minutes, everybody. So we'll start now. In cool, out warm. And I'm just going to say this. If your mind wanders, no, not if, when your mind wanders, because it's going to wander. It's going to go. It's going to go bing, bing, bing. Your only job is to come back to your nostrils. If that means you have to do that 1,001 times because your mind went off 1,000, no biggie. You just go back. No big schmear. You just keep coming back. That's the game. You keep coming back. We don't do this with perfection. There's no, there's no graduation. Keep coming back. That's the key. Keep coming back. So we'll start together. And now let your mind go wherever it wants to go. Let go of the mantra. Let the mind have its way like a 2-year-old kid. Let it go. See where it goes. Just with, like a parent observes its child. Just watch. With gentleness, compassion. Doesn't matter where it goes. You're just watching. Again, it's about that observation, bringing mindfulness to our minds. And then let's come back to the breath. Let that go. Come back to your breath. Think about where your posture is. You can always refresh your posture. It's always available to us. Eyes are soft. Lips are soft. They might even be parted. Cheeks are soft, face is soft, neck is soft. There's no need to effort here. We relax, but without dullness, and we can keep our posture in a relaxed manner. Take one hand in prayer in front of your heart, and the other hand almost touching, almost. Play with that space between your hands. Your own divine energy. Play with that. Just see if it feels weird, bringing it back and forth. Breathe into that space like it is the most tender thing you'll do all day. Inhale, and on the exhale, allow the hands to touch with such a gentleness. And we'll end with our call and response prayer. May we have a peaceful mind, an easeful body, and a useful life. Namaste, my friends.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I enjoyed my time, Fran. I wasn't able to get on early enough. Great session. This
Wait,
is
who's
Lula May.
speaking? Who is this?
Lula May.
Lula.
Lula May.
Lula. Hi, Lula May.
How are you?
Good. I want to see you. Where are you?
Oh, right now I'm the
Gallery.
picture. I'm in the
Oh.
gallery.
Okay. Hi, Lula May.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I am well, thank you. I'm doing well. I'm
Good.
just a little upset while we were having the class. Something came on, so there's been
Oh,
a problem in Brooklyn.
I
so-
heard.
You heard, yeah.
Yeah. Blessings to those people.
So true, so true. I'm gonna come over and visit you one day and we'll chat.
Please, 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 please. I would love
I-
to meet you.
I will. Great class. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Hey Fran, it's Muriel. How you doing?
Hi, Muriel. How are you?
Doing well. I really am so grateful for this session today. It's a hectic pre-holiday week and it was a blessing. Really.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to take time to fill our well, right?
Yes. Thank you for filling the room.
Yeah, we need to fill
Happy
the well.
holiday to you and to everyone.
Happy holidays to everybody.
And
Good
the
to see
same
you.
to you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask to unmute everyone and we can say thank you and namaste.
Does anybody, you want to ask if anybody has any questions or anybody want to say anything that they don't understand, or is everything okay? I'm going to take that as,
I think everybody loved it.
oh, good. I'm so glad. Jesse, this is going to be taped, right?
Yes.
And then you'll have this, you'll always be able to have it. And, you know, just, you don't have to do the whole thing. You could take little bits and pieces. Say, oh, I want to do the eye thing. I want to do that standing thing, or I want to do that thing coming in and out of the chair. That's like, you know, you'll always have that to be able to pull from. Okay.
Mhm.
That's
All
a good
right.
idea. That's a really good idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because
Yes.
we really didn't think about doing that, but we could pull little pieces. But you know, but from time to time, we would like for you to do it live
I know.
when you can.
I know. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay, we'll talk. Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Yeah, but you take bits of, you know, sometimes I find that when I teach my patients, some of them, they only want to do 15 minutes. That's fine. You don't need a whole hour. You
That's
do
true.
little 15-minute bite-sized pieces. It's wonderful. It's going to make you feel better. Okay.
That is so true. Okay,
True.
great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you so
Lots
much.
of love.